Okay, I want to make sure that you know how to do all of these problems before we go any further with probability. The probability of an event occurring is the number of different ways the desired event can occur divided by the total number of different things that can happen. All right, so let's go back over your homework real quick, and what I want you to do, here's your assignment for next time. Your assignment is to return in the same homework problems and have all of them exactly right. And if you don't think you can get all of them exactly right, then you better pay close attention, because I'm fixing to show you how to do some of them, and you can at least have the ones that I do for you exactly right. But if you just pay attention a little bit, these aren't very hard. The probability of getting a heads, if you flip a coin, it should be 1/2. As we talked about, there's one way that you can get ahead. There's two things that can happen. 1/2 is 1/2. The probability of getting heads, heads. Okay, so you flip a coin twice. And what I said, these are independent events. It doesn't matter what you do on the first time, it doesn't affect the second time. So the probability of getting heads the first time is 1/2. The probability of getting heads the second time is 1/2. And when that happens, if you want the probability of both things happening, you multiply them together. So the answer to number 2 should have been 1/2 times 1/2, which is 1/4. All right? So there's only a 25% chance, or a 1/4 chance, that if you flip two coins, they both come up heads. Get it? All right, so finish these. I'll give you a hint. There's three things you got to multiply together here. Something times something times something. All right, so three things you got to multiply together. Not very hard. All right, look at these. Roll 2 dice. Okay, we roll a pair of dice. What's the probability of getting a 1? All right, there's no way that you can get a sum of 1. Every dice has 1 through 6 on each one of them. And so there's going to be, the lowest you could possibly get is a 2. You get a 1 here and a 1 here, so you get a sum of 2. So the probability of rolling a 1 is 0. There's 0 chances of it. 0 out of whatever, there's 0 chances. All right, we said now, we figured this out yesterday, last time, whatever. The number of different things that can happen is 36, because there's 6 things on this die and 6 on this die, and so there's a total of 36 different things that can happen. We listed them out. So 0 out of 36 is 0. All right, so for instance, what's the probability of rolling a 2? All right, snake eyes. So you get a 1 on this die, a 1 on this die. There's only one way you can get a 2. There's one way you can get a 2, and there's 36 different things that can happen. The probability then is 1 out of 36. So some of you just had big numbers. Like I said, there's no way, if you're asked to find the probability of something, there's no way the answer is going to come out greater than 1. So if you put down a number like 13 or 48 or whatever, all of these are going to be wrong. It's going to be something between 0 and 1. 0 means it definitely won't happen. 1 means it definitely will happen. Most probabilities are in between those two. All right? Let's just pick one of these other ones like here. What's the probability of rolling a 6? The probability of rolling a 6, okay, what I saw what some of you did on your homework was you listed out the possibilities, which is the right way to do it. Think about the way to count it. It's all about counting, right? How many different ways can you get a 6? You can get a 1 and a 5. You can get a 2 and a 4. You can get 3 and a 3. You can get a 4 and a 2. So the best thing to do is to count them out systematically like that, right? Let the red die go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let the white die go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But you look at the 2, and then the sum of it has to be 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 different ways that you can come out with the sum of 6. And so it's 5 over 36. Okay? If 5 would have been a number that had common factors with 36, I would have reduced it. So some of these you should definitely reduce. If you come out with a number like 9 over 36, call that 1/4. If you get 18 over 36, call that 1/2. If you get 2 over 36, call that 1/18, and so forth, all right? So go through all these again. Check your answers. I don't think, I was looking at all of yours, several of you I gave 100 to because you worked every problem, you had some kind of a clue what's going on. But I don't think even those that I gave 100 to had all the answers right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and check. Okay, so please redo them if there's any of them wrong. Take another picture of them, send them to me, and I'm going to check these for correctness. Okay, so if you get 100, you get 100 on the next one, that means you got all the answers right. All right, so get all these right, and then we'll go on to the next thing. All right.